Fantasy forecast, Grindberg and Biggs. Oh, hello. Thank you for tuning in to the Fantasy Forecast with Grindberg and Biggs. This is the Fantasy Forecast with Grindberg and Biggs. We're on the Fantasy Football Advice Network on YouTube, and we're here to talk about gold mine running backs. Go, producer! Welcome to the show. I am Biggs. He is Grindberg. This is the Fantasy Forecast with Grindberg and Biggs. Today we are talking about running back gold mines. These are values based on ADPs that we're seeing over at Fantasy Pros in your PPR redraft leagues. We are here to build your champion on ESPN.com, on Yahoo.com, on NFL.com, on CBSSports.com. Kill your children in your family leagues, in fantasy football. Murder your coworkers in your work leagues. That's what we're doing here, and we're talking about gold. I live in Northern California, heart of the gold rush, 1849. That's why there's the 49ers. If I had a better arm, I could probably hit Sutter's Fort with a rock from here. That's not true. But I'm in former gold country. It's all gone now. But I'm still bringing the gold. I got running backs. I teased you in our last episode talking about more Saints. I got Saints on the brain. Clint Kubiak coming in and taking over the offense in New Orleans. And for some reason, I can't stop talking about New Orleans Saints. Alvin Kamara is going to have a huge year. He's currently being drafted as the RB17 overall, ADP number 47. In 13 weeks last year, he had 17 points per game. I talked about this on the show a while ago. If he plays 17 games and he's averaging 17 points per game, he's definitely going to outplay his ADP and be a top 5 running back once again because he's done it before. Number 2, we got new blood in Cincinnati. Now, we all on the dynasty side we were waiting for Chase Brown. And Joe Mixon, not in Cincinnati anymore. Chase Brown is still there, but then they went out and they got Zach Moss, and all he's done in his career is completely produce when he's healthy and on the field. The first 6 weeks of the season last year, when Jonathan Taylor was going through his bullshit, Zach Moss averaged 17 points per game. Exactly what Alvin Kamara was doing. He's being drafted as the RB27. Averaging 17 points per game in the first 6 weeks last year. RB17, are you kidding me? That's top 5 numbers. Overall, ADP 84. I mean, it's getting to the point of laughable. He's gonna be the RB1 in Cincinnati, and the dude produces. Now, the caveat is, and I don't like talking about injuries. Injuries are not predictive. You can't really say somebody's injury prone. But if there was a poster boy for being injury prone, it would be Zach Moss. He's been in the league for 4 years, and he's never completed a year without missing time due to injury. And my number 1 is going to be revealed after we hear a couple from Grindberg.
Why do you do that every time, Biggs? I fall for it every time. Is it just my gullible Canadian accent that just
You're
gets
Canadian.
me?
You're too nice.
Damn. I was going to stop you. I shouldn't have. Maybe next time you won't get me. All right. So I've got a couple here, and my first gold mine at the running back position, and that's Joe Mixon, now with the Houston Texans. He's a valuable asset, I think, headed into this season due to several compelling factors. His 8th season, he stands out as a durable veteran since 2017. He's had few games missed in his career. While not elite, he's consistent RB1 production. In Houston, Mixon is expected to assume the workhorse role with minimal competition for touches, enhancing his fantasy outlook despite concerns about his efficiency metrics. His high potential, high volume production parallels past scenarios like Dalvin Cook in 2023. Thus, Mixon's combination of experience, consistent production, and significant role with the Texans offense positions him as an ADP gold mine, offering a reliable RB1 production for fantasy managers. My next guy is a guy that is on the opposite spectrum. He's a youngster coming off his rookie season, and that's Jaleel McLaughlin for the Denver Broncos. His efficiency metrics, such as explosive run rate, missed forced tackles, and yards after the contact, and yards per route run, highlight immediate impact. He struggled last year. He didn't struggle last year. Javonte Williams struggled last year, and McLaughlin is got the metrics that would suggest he's going to be, putting some pressure on that starting job. I know Audric Estime is there and he could push Javonte Williams, but I think McLaughlin is going to be a guy that's going to have a significant he's gonna have a significant role and could deliver RB3, RB4 production and potentially become a steady RB2 if the right scenario happens. I think that's going to happen this year, making him a valuable draft pick in 2024. Biggie, can't you see? Tell me who your number one fantasy running back is for the ADP Gold Mines.
I can't believe you missed such a golden opportunity to say, and my number one running back will be revealed after Biggs, because again, you're Canadian. You're too nice. All right. My number one running back gold mine is Rhamondre Stevenson of the New England Patriots. Rhamondre Spotlight is being drafted as the running back 20 and overall ADP 63. Now, last season, he averaged 12 points per game. That was with Ezekiel Elliott vulturing goal line carries. In 2022, Rhamondre was averaging 14 points per game. Okay. What that does is it basically turns him, like just a 14 point per game average turns him into a top 10 running back. And he's being drafted as the running back 20. Now, during they got Alex Van Pelt as their new offensive coordinator. Again, the new offensive coordinator situation. We've seen it we talked about Will Levis in Tennessee. We talked about it in New Orleans. We're talking about it now again with New England. They brought in Alex Van Pelt. Alex Van Pelt formerly was with the Browns. They ranked 5th in rushing yards per attempt in 2020, tied for 1st in 2021, and they were 11th in 2022. The Patriots were in the back 20s last year. They got rid of Ezekiel Elliott. Rhamondre Stevenson is going to take back his bell cow role. He's going to start getting back his goal line attempts. And again, talking about our host, our guest Ryan Heath on our Dynasty side last week. Over at Fantasy Points, he has an article that's talking about regression and positive regression for guys who saw a dip in their efficiency. Last season, Rhamondre Stevenson saw a dip in his below his career level of efficiency. He's due for positive regression in that case. He's going to return to the efficiency level that he had before and have a much, much better year. So I am drafting Rhamondre Stevenson everywhere that I can. In 0 RB builds, he's likely going to be my first running back taken off the board. But yeah, he's going to outplay his RB20 ADP at this point, and I'm here for it.
You should be here for that. I like that call too, Biggs. Rhamondre, like you said, his efficiency metrics may not be the most promising, but he's got the opportunity. And I think he's going to get back to where he was, or like at least 3/4 of the form he was in 2022. So yeah, good call on that, especially at his ADP. Now, my number one guy, and he is going to strike.
There was one more thing. Sorry.
What?
He hasn't reached the end of his 5-year. He's a 4th-year guy, but he's in a contract year, so he's incentivized to play better. Also, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go back to your thing.
No, it makes sense. And people have to understand that too, that some of these running backs, when they're playing on contract years, they tend to improve their metrics and they tend to get played a little bit more too on the team side as well. They get used a bit more because the team wants to get their money's worth, and the running back has something to prove. So these are all metrics that you got to be keeping your eye on. Rhamondre Stevens hits that on the nail. So let's go.
Thank you for validating me. I feel seen.
There you go. You are seen. All right. So I'm going to talk about Kenneth Walker and get ready to take a strike at fantasy football gold, because we're talking about gold mines here. And Walker dominated with a top 5 team carry snap share of 64%, cementing his role as an offensive weapon in 2023. With new offensive coordinator Ryan Grube is set to unleash a dynamic pass-heavy offense. Walker is primed for a breakout season. Lighter defensive fronts will open up more explosive opportunities, potentially elevating him to like elite company as like a Nick Chubb or Derrick Henry, but at fraction of their draft costs. Walker's 2023 season proved his mettle and his battle through multiple injuries to remain a rock-solid RB2. His knack for generating big plays is set to soar in an improved offensive scheme, lighter fronts. Kenneth Walker's mix of talent, prime opportunity, and the promise of greater efficiency makes him a top-tier fantasy pick in 2024. Don't let this game changer slip through your fingers. Draft him and let him lead your fantasy football team to victory in 2024. I'm all in on Kenneth Walker, even with Charbonnet in the mix. Walker's grip on rush attempts and goal line carries is unshakable, so draft him with confidence. I think he's going to return crazy value this year on his ADP.
Yeah, that's what you think, but what does Schultz think?
Oh, what do I think? Wow, so nice of you to ask. Appreciate that, man. I love Kenneth Walker.
Okay, thanks.
All right, bye. No, he's a giant play waiting to happen. You look at his rookie season, when he took a while to get going to really get some snap shares and to really be involved in the offense, but he took off. He was a top 10 running back, like I don't know, I want to say 6 or 7 times or something. He had 500 or 600 yard games there. He was repeating that pretty well at the beginning last year before he took that high ankle sprain. And that really hampered him down the stretch there. Everyone talked about last season, Zach Charbonnet was coming and he stunk. He had 3 games where they gave him over 10 carries. He never even hit 3.5 yards per carry. So what he did nothing to prove that he deserves snaps over Kenneth Walker, anything more than, when Kenneth is tired or he's hurt. So miss me with the Charbonnet narrative coming in this season.
And Pete Carroll's gone too.
Yeah.
Yes. And Walker has done all this behind just garbage blocking too. The 2 years he's been there. So if that improves, and like Granberg said, hopefully some lighter boxes, he was breaking out like 60+ yard touchdowns his rookie season, with heavy boxes. So yeah, let's go Kenneth Walker.
Yeah, they invested in the offensive line. They know that that's going to be a priority. I'm liking Kenneth Walker a lot. And yeah, thanks for chiming in, Schultz.
You got it. Bye.
Thank you everybody for watching Fantasy Forecast with Granberg and Biggs on the Fantasy Football Advice Network on YouTube. Please like and subscribe. If you're new here, we post all week. We have 3 shows a week, and if you're not new, we love you. Let's see if we can share this video around and beat the 1,800 views that we had on our wide receiver fades. I think so there was a mixed message there. I think people kind of misunderstood what I was saying about Puka Nacua as a fade. I said explicitly in that video, I'm going to be drafting Puka Nacua in the top 12, just not number 4. Like I think there was some yeah. So yeah, thanks for watching, and we hope you win and all of that good stuff.
Yeah. Peace out, everybody.